Good morning, everyone. It's Sal Stretford. How you doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve, everyone. Hope you're having a great time. No football, obviously. Good. You know, we've had a chance to relax, but not so long, I hope. Not so long, because we've got a game coming up on Thursday against Wolverhampton Wanderers, of course. So there's no rest for the wicked in regards to Manchester United and being a Manchester United fan these days. I mean, obviously, we love a game at Man United. We love Man United to win games, of course. But you know what? It is what it is at the moment. It is how it is at the moment. But guys, we're going to enjoy this Christmas regardless. We're going to have a good time. We're not going to moan. We're going to have a good time. And to be honest with you, there is a lot of positive noises coming out of Man United. There is a lot of good things coming out of Man United. A lot of joy, a lot of presence. It's transfers, maybe, you know what I mean? Big transfers coming to Manchester United. Could be, of course, guys. So that is obviously something to be forward to, of course, guys. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And don't forget to smash a like on the video. If you guys can do that for me, absolutely fantastic. You legends, absolutely. Talking of legends, let me go into the chats real quickly. How you doing, Jim? Good to see you, Jim. Long time no see, my brother. Hope you're going good. Good morning to you. Good morning from me. Sal, greetings to you. And Merry Christmas to you and your family. It is obviously Christmas before everyone else in Australia, of course, guys. Merry Christmas, Jim. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great festive season with your family and friends and loved ones, of course, guys. Good to see you, Jim. Good to see you. Absolutely. Big up, big up. You're gonna be hitting a new year. You're way in the future, Tim. You're way in the future, of course. Picking up Fanatic 8. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, guys. Really pleasure to have you on board. Of course, my friend Jim. So we moan. No, we need to win. Absolutely. We need to win. Look, you know what? We have to moan. At the end of the day, if you don't moan, you don't improve, really. If you accept mediocrity, then you know what? That you might as well give up, isn't it? We have to critique. I mean, moaning is one thing. I mean, moaning is when you're successful and you know what, and you're still moaning. At the end of the day, one thing we have to do as a Man United fan base is just understand the things that are complicated, which is basically Man United and our progression. Not many people understand where we are in regards to a football club and where we are in regards to our progression. Now, look, when you look at Man United, you look at Ruben Amorim and you say, look, on the outside of things, it looks terrible. It looks like, oh my goodness me, we've lost so many games and you're conceding lots of goals. But then you look at it and you look at it from a more, look at things in context, for example, and look at things in a more, deeper kind of way. And you say that Ruben Amorim has averaged 60.5% possession in every single one of his games, right? Average, right? Then you think about he's averaging around 150 shots since 9 games, guys. 9 games, right? 150 shots. Now, when you look at that and you look at basically, look at it from the top, you look at it from a bird's eye view, you say, well, Man United are improving in some aspects. That means that there is a little bit of an improvement going there. There's obviously 60.3% possession now. Man United weren't dominating games like that before, Then you look at the shots taken in 9 games, 150 odd shots in 9 games, and you think Man United weren't doing that before. So you look at that and you think, okay, Man United have got the basis of everything correct. They're starting to get it better, and inevitably results will come, because if you dominate like this, the results will come. And people are not looking at the domination, and they're more looking at the score, which is obviously the most important thing. But what we got to understand is that Ruben Amorim said it before the season, and we all agreed with him that there's going to be some suffering. And you know what? Obviously, there has been suffering over the last few weeks, hasn't there? But this will get better. And Ruben Amorim did say it's better, that it's going to get better. And I trust Ruben Amorim that it will get better. I really do. Look, we're not going to get overly giddy. We're not going to get overly zealous. But one thing we have to do as a fan base is understand the elements involved in football and trying to get to the top. It's not going to be an overnight fix. Man United are crap. Let's be honest. Some of those players on that pitch are rubbish. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? They're rubbish. Some of those players are not fit to wear the Manchester United shirt. Let's be honest. And some of those players are the players that, are the most important players in the team. They're the ones who, the ones who are undroppable. And if I was to critique Ruben Amorim about anything, and I would warn Ruben Amorim, and I hope that this dream reaches him, because I want him to know that just because he's your fellow countryman, just because you know him, you speak the same language, doesn't mean he deserves to be in the team. And this is the only bone I would pick with Ruben Amorim. Dalot and Bruno Fernandes have not been good enough, in my opinion. They haven't. And if I'm being honest, those players need to leave the football club. And I just don't think they're good. I think if you're going to have a captain should be, you should look at your captain and say, I want to go through the trenches with you. I want to fight with you. I want to, you know what, you're the guy who's going to take us forward. With our captain, I don't see that. And unfortunately, I don't. And it's sad, but I just don't. Absolutely. Sanjay, good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Season's greetings, guys. Big up season's greetings to you, Pearl. I hope you're doing good. Merry Christmas to Sanjay as well. Merry Christmas to everyone who's celebrating, of course. Merry Christmas Eve, where I am, of course, guys. So the sad thing is that we have a club is part of losing culture, not including Amorim. He is a winner, absolutely. Needs to send out the senior players to stop spread and losing culture. Absolutely agree, Jim. And at the end of the day, look, you know what? When you look at the leaders in that team, I don't think they're very good leaders. And this is the problem with Man United. And until we get rid of these leaders, until we get Ruben Amorim's team, this is not Ruben Amorim's team. A lot of people forgetting, that this isn't Ruben Amorim's team, but that, you know what, he's got a backlog of players from various managers over the last 11 years that have been stinking the place out, so to speak, and we have to wait until he does get his own team in there. We can't just blame him for everything. You know what? He made some mistakes the other day against Bournemouth. He did. Substitutes were a mistake. But this is a knock-on effect from the problems that are going on at Manchester United. This is a domino effect of the problems that are going on at Man United that, you're trying to fix something, but you know what? You're bringing in a broken piece to fix a broken piece. So basically, you're putting in a square peg in a round hole, to fit a square peg in a round hole. And your only replacement is another square peg, at the end of the day. And you're trying every square peg in round holes to fit, but none of them fit. That is the problem with Man United. And that's the problem that we're facing at the moment, and Ruben Amorim is facing. So he's trying for tooth and nail to change things, and make it work, to try and get that spark, because at the moment it's not happening. And in particular on an attacking front, we're not very good on attacking. One positive that came out the game against Bournemouth is that, De Ligt. Matthijs De Ligt is an absolute important player for us. Matthijs De Ligt is incredibly important for us and very underrated in regards to how important he is to this football club now. And, we have to admit that now. That De Ligt has been a fantastic signing. Ten Hag signing, by the way, but he has been a fantastic signing. It's quicker to say who we should get rid of than who we should keep. Who we should keep than who we should get rid of. We should obviously get rid of a number of players in the summer. There's a number of players there who should be gone. Jim, all eyes will be on the January transfer window, and still a month you can't sell 8 and bring in 8, maybe 2 and 3. I don't even think it'd be that many, Jim. I think there'd be one or two, maybe. If we're lucky, it'd be 2. I do believe Rashford needs to go on loan. Of course, I'm going to go into Marcus Rashford right now. I'm going to talk about Marcus Rashford and the fact that he is completely burnt bridges, Ruben Amorim. There is no Marcus Rashford and Ruben Amorim anymore. He has completely burnt the bridge. Thank goodness, because at the end of the day, this is what he's done with all managers. He's done this with all managers. The only difference with Ruben Amorim is that the fact that he has the cojones to kick him out. That is it. Other managers in the past didn't have that guts, didn't have that, guile. How do I say it? Didn't have that balls, basically, to kick Marcus Rashford out of the squad, and he has. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, there are rumours that he is falling out with the football club. He is falling out with Ruben Amorim, which is okay, Marcus Rashford. Enough is enough. Out the door. But Marcus Rashford is not the only guy. There are a number of players in that squad who need to go. And some of them on a quality level are not what we need. They're not what we need. They're not what we need. If we want to challenge for a title, guys, because Man United should always be challenging for titles. Man United should always be challenging for Champions Leagues, qualifying for Champions Leagues, getting into the latter stage of Champions Leagues. That's what Man United should be doing. At the moment, we are not doing that consistently. We're not challenging for the league. We haven't challenged for the league in 11 years, guys, subject to popular belief. People think, before Ten Hag, we were challenged for the league, the way people act. You know what I mean? But we are not challenging for the league, and this is a problem going forward, of course. Merry Christmas, GK. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Family and subscribe. Big up yourself. Merry Christmas Eve to everyone, of course, guys. Whoever is celebrating, of course. Half my family are, of course. You know, my mother is Catholic. My mother's Christian. My wife is Christian, and we are all obviously a family, and we're all celebrating, of course, guys. So happy holidays to everyone, of course. Merry Christmas Sunday. Big up, of course. Say Santa save our United? Absolutely not. Santa's not going to save Man United. At the end of the day, he's too busy stuck down someone's chimney at the end of the day. But what we would say is that Man United need more than Santa Claus to save them. We need the divine intervention, to be honest with you. And some people will say that's divine intervention, but I don't think it is. That's a fairy tale. But the thing is, one thing I would say is that sorry to break the news to you guys. You're just learning about that news right now. Sorry. But you know what? I would say that Man United are getting there, guys. We're getting there. And one thing we have to say, just like I said, in regards to the small things that are improving, in regards to the possession, in regards to the shots at goal, these are things that we have to take into account, and we have to understand that these are positives that are going to... And it's inevitable that Man United will get successful again. It is inevitable that we will get to where we need to be again, guys. Absolutely. So... let me get on with the show, guys. Let me just put this up real quickly, because I'm going to get some quotes. Let me just read my legend. So I personally believe we will do 2-3. That's what I'm hoping. We're hoping, Jim. We're hoping. Fingers crossed, brother. Fingers crossed. We do something amazing. Out and in. Hopefully we do that, of course. We really hope so. We really do. Now, let me just read some of these quotes. I want to read some quotes real quickly. But first of all, I want to bring in some festive joy, guys, to you guys. And I want to show you this. This is Diego Leon, new Manchester United signing in So that was Diego Leon with his family. Of course, Diego Leon is a new Manchester United defender who will be joining Manchester United in July 2025. So really looking forward to Diego Leon coming to the football club. A little bit of South American grit, isn't it? Something that we need in this football club, to be honest with you. You know you can rely on them. You know they're going to wear their heart on their sleeve. That is Diego Leon celebrating with his family, just signing the new contracts for Manchester United. And obviously... Manchester United's first signing under Ruben Amorim, and there we go. And to be honest, it's a guy that not many of us know about, unless you follow, obviously, South American football. I mentioned him obviously, I broke the news, obviously, on Stretford Post. It was broke here on Stretford Post. And there you go. There's the first signing through the window, guys. Now, speaking of signings, I want to get into this real quickly, if you don't mind. Speaking of signings, Manchester United are very, very interested in Nico Williams, guys. Nico Williams, Manchester United are very interested in Nico Williams, and he is on top of Manchester United's priority list. Nico Williams, of course, plays for Athletic Bilbao, a Spanish Euro 2024 winner. Of course, guys, brilliant player. The only concern I would have is that he's more like a winger, if you know what I mean. He's a winger. Can he turn into like that number 10 sort of player that can play behind the striker? Because obviously Ruben Amorim plays the 3-4-2-1, doesn't he? So can he fit into that position just behind the striker? Big news coming out is that he wants to come to Manchester United. He's interested in coming to the Premier League, and Manchester United are on the forefront of teams that are interested in Nico Williams. The other issue in regards to Nico Williams is that his price tag. His price tag is going to be absolutely incredible, obviously. 100 million, at least, guys. So at the end of the day, what we have to understand is that Inos did say that they don't want to spend this type of money on players anymore. They want to look for the next big thing, the next Mbappe, things like that. But when a player becomes available of Nico Williams' quality, I personally believe, and I believe Ineos feel the same, is that we need to snap it up and we need to get it done. Because Nico Williams will make a huge difference to Manchester United. Absolutely, especially in an attacking front. Man United need goals. And how are we going to get goals? You know, we need to completely change the attacking front of our front third, you know, of our team. At the moment, we're not doing nothing in regards to goals. We're shooting, we're creating chances, we're not scoring goals. So we need to have more prolific people up there up front, of course, guys. The amount of games amount of points that we've lost through games that we should have won is incredible when you think about it. Really incredible. But Nico Williams could be coming to Manchester United by the summer. He would be a landmark signing for Manchester United, over 100 million, of course. But let me tell you this: we are not the only team that are interested in Nico Williams. Barcelona, PSG are also interested in Nico Williams. The great thing about Manchester United right now is that we have a great negotiating team. Of course, the ones that, you know, managed to get Lenny Euro through the door, you know, and, you know, get with Omar Barada, with Wilcox, with Ravel. These people are good. These people, Rashford, these people are good. And you know what? They can make it happen. I believe they can make it happen. I believe if it's between Man United, PSG, and Barcelona, I think Man United win that race. I really do, guys. I know that we're not at the level that we should be. I know that. But at the end of the day, man, it's the project. It's the project, you know. And at the end of the day, this is why it's imperative that Man United qualify for the Champions League this season. Whether we do it via the league, which looks unlikely, or whether we do it in the Europa League, which is a more obviously feasible way to do it, considering we only have to beat Spurs, really. Look, I'm not being disrespectful to the other clubs in the Europa League. Let's put that to bed. There are teams in there that are dangerous. Athletic Bilbao, one of them, and Nico Williams plays for Athletic Bilbao, of course, guys. So you know what? We have to put our eggs in the Europa League basket. Of course, we have to be very careful of the league. We're hovering precariously at the bottom half of the table, and that is dangerous. I know we're not going to get relegated, guys. Touch wood. I know we're not going to get relegated, but the thing is, it's just not good. It's just not nice being that far down the table. You know, and that is one thing that worries me a little bit. Man United need to progress. Man United need to get further up that table, of course. Guys, let me just catch up with some of these comments. We'll quickly. Big up. Jim. Yeah, I think I read that one. Jim, truth is, Sal, we should do 3 in January and the rest we should do, Jim. We should do. Man United need more. I feel sorry for Ruben Amorim at the moment, what he's having to deal with at Manchester United, of course. And, you know, he does need players in there. But don't be surprised if we only do one. Notoriously, famously, Man United have never really done business in January, although we do have some famous signings over the past, 30 years, and Andy Cole and Bruno Fernandes, those type of signings. But I hope Man United do one and maybe get 1 or 2 in there, maybe especially on the left side. Man United need a left wing back, don't we? We need a left wing back. Man United probably need another striker as well, maybe an experienced striker. There is talk about Milos Kerkez, of course, of Bournemouth. Wouldn't mind that signing. There's also talk about Anthony Robinson coming in, Theo Hernandez coming in January as well. So there are a number of players there that, Man United are interested in. And in January, and also Osimhen is a possibility. Man United could possibly do a deal for Osimhen in January. That is very possible. Obviously, he's on loan at Galatasaray at the moment, so obviously it's going to be a bit more trickier than first envisioned. But Man United could do that deal. The only thing I would say is that don't expect anything. What I'm going to do is to say, look, you know what? As much as we need it, Man United, if we get 1, I'll be extremely happy because, you know what? Inos move extremely slowly. Of course, the famous quote that we're going to walk to the destination rather than run to the destination, which obviously hit a few chords, in regards to Man United fan base. Goodness me, we're slow already. We're going to be even more slower going forward, ain't we? You know what I mean? And things like that, definitely. Good morning, Composed View. How you doing, my friend? Is that his family celebrating his transfer? Yes, it is. It is Composed View. That's his family celebrating. The documents have been signed for Diego Leon to join Manchester United in July 2025. So he is a Manchester United player, all being well, of course, fitness and stuff like that, and health, of course, God willing. So he will be a Manchester United player in July 2025. Exciting. That's a start. Now, Man United do need another few transfers in there. One thing that does signify is that Diego Leon might not be the first team left back. He might not be the first choice left wing back. But Man United are looking for a first choice left wing back. right? So Man United are looking for 2 in every position. So right wing back, left wing back, in particular, because that is a very important part of Ruben Amorim's team, the wing backs. At the moment, it's said that Ruben Amorim is not happy with Tyrone Malacia. He said he's not good enough. Not happy with Luke Shaw. Cannot be dealing with these injured players week in, week out. And there's other players there that could be leaving the football club. Man United are not a charity. Man United shouldn't be carrying players. Absolutely not. Mason Mount, as much as I feel sorry for the lad, at the end of the day, we're not a charity. We are not a charity, and we have to obviously hope that, you know what, we get someone in there who can play. Best form of ability is availability. As I've always said, guys, the best form of ability is availability. Absolutely. Sanjay, I feel like folded hands greeting. Big up Sanjay. Big up Sanjay. Sanjay, you sent me something on WhatsApp. I deleted it because it looked like spam. Was it spam? What was it? It was a link. It looked like one of those dodgy links, you know what I mean? Let me know, Sanjay. Thank you. Bath time, Merry Xmas, Merry Christmas, Bath time. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you back, my friend. I hope you're doing good. Everything is good with you. How are you feeling this Christmas Eve, of course, guys? I hope everyone is having a great time with their families and loved ones and enjoying life. And if you're not, try to make the best of it anyway with yourself. You know, it's nothing wrong with being alone. And there's nothing wrong if you are alone at this time. Just try and enjoy the best that you can. You know what I mean? And you know what? Enjoy it, because life is grand, of course, guys. And that is one thing we have to say. Jim, Merry Christmas, Composer. Big up, Composer. Big up, absolutely. Big up, everyone. Nico Williams is 250,000 a week and a Basque player from the Bilbao and cost a fortune. Not sure this deal is we can do. We can Bath time. But this deal, and this is very important, guys, rests on Marcus Rashford. Now, Marcus Rashford is on 325,000 a week. If we do get rid of Marcus Rashford, don't be surprised if Man United get Nico Williams in. Man United want to replace Marcus Rashford with a player that is capable and ready, because Man United do not want to go next season without challenging for a Premier League. Man United can afford the money. Man United have the money. But Man United need to offload some players. And this is exactly what we've been talking about over the last few weeks, is that Marcus Rashford needs to leave the football club. If he leaves the football club, he'll open the door for other players to join the football club, of course. The biggest complication that it is at the moment is trying to strike a deal with any clubs, any potential buyers for Marcus Rashford. The problem is these teams don't want to pay the wages. I mean, they're not too bothered about paying the fee, but they don't want to pay the wages. So the only way Man United can get rid of Marcus Rashford is by reducing the transfer fee significantly and getting rid of him for basically peanuts what he's worth. You know, other option is Man United could do a sell with an obligation to buy, basically like they did with Jadon Sancho. There could be an obligation to buy. For example, if we went to Napoli with McTominay, they'll get him for the season and with an obligation to buy. Or you know, what Man United can do is do a split wages as well. So basically pay a fraction of his wages, pay a percentage of his wages, and the other team pay a percentage of his wages. Now, it is complicated, but Man United do have the money for Nico Williams. We're paying Bruno Fernandes 300,000 a week for you know what I mean, stinking out the place most weeks, to be honest with you. So Man United can do that. But the problem is Man United realistically have to offload a few players. Marcus Rashford is key. But Man United are looking like losing Evans, Lindelof, Eriksen, and obviously Marcus Rashford. Anthony is up in the air as well. Anthony might not be at the football club next season as well. There is going to be a clear out, guys. There is going to be a clear out, and there'll be a number of players that will leave this football club. Harry Maguire, it looks like he's not going to be given another contract. There is a lot of players leaving this football club on astronomical wages as well. So Man United will free up space for wages. They will free up space for wages. They will have some wages in there. Absolutely. Jim, thanks, bro. Big up, everyone. Big up, everyone in the chat, of course, joining me today. 120 people watching, 24 likes. Please don't forget to smash the like, guys. Very important that you guys smash the like. Thank you so much, you legends. Big up yourselves. Bilbao are better than Spurs and United. I'm not sure about that story. I wouldn't say that. Hypothetical scenarios don't resonate with me. To be honest with you, Man United on their day could beat Bilbao. But the problem with Man United going forward is that Man United should have beat Spurs with our depleted team, to be honest with you. You know, at the end of the day, when we brought in our proper team, we almost beat Spurs. But if we do end up playing Spurs or Athletic Bilbao, Man United will be more further in their development in regards to their tactics, in regards to probably transfer window as well. So when it gets to the next round of the Europa League, Man United will be ready, much more ready than they have been over the last few weeks, of course. Let's not underestimate the power of Ruben Amorim. As I said earlier in the show, 60.3% possession, 150 odd shots. Now, it is inevitable that Man United are going to click, right? It's going to happen. What we have to do as a fan base is understand that it does take a little bit of time. Everything does. If you want good things, it takes time. You want a six-pack, it takes time. Of course, guys, this is what it is. You don't walk into a boxing gym and suddenly become Joe Calzaghe overnight. You have to keep going consistently. That's how it works. Look, we can throw out that this team's better than us. And maybe you're right. Maybe these teams at the moment stand a chance beating Man United. But at the end of the day, I feel like on a one-off game, in a cup game, as we've proven, we can knock out these teams. And to be honest with you, Bilbao, Man United can knock them out. They can. And I don't think we should be scared of Bilbao. We shouldn't be scared of Spurs. Spurs just about beat Man United. The only reason they beat Man United is because of bloody mistakes that we made, isn't it? And that's the problem with it. Hopefully, by the time we might play them in the quarter, the semi, hopefully the final. You know what I mean? We might play them then. But one thing I would say is that let's see what happens. Football's a funny old game. As the quote goes, it is a funny old game. And you know what? We have to be a little bit more zealous. You know what I mean? 'Tis the season to be jolly, as they say. You know what I mean? And we have to be a little bit jolly. I know it's hard at the moment, but if you look forward to what's coming on Man United, because believe me, what I'm hearing, there is a lot to look forward to, guys. Man United, I'm telling you, let the others banter us at their peril, because Man United will be back. And you can clip this clip until the cows come home, right? At the end of the day, Man United will be back, and you will see it. Because what I'm hearing at this football club, what I'm seeing at this football club, and what I'm analysing at this football club, day in, day out, I'm seeing something that is very, very exciting coming up. I really do feel so. I really do feel. Absolutely. UK Darren, good morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well. All teams in Europa League are tough, so that's why they're playing in at the moment. Look, every single team in the Europa League, apart from obviously the 16 to 32, Man United should annihilate. They should beat. You know what I mean? The only teams that I think, Lazio are not strong. As a follower of Italian football, Man United will beat Lazio. They're top of the table. You know what I mean? I'm saying that right now, right? They will beat Lazio. But I'm putting this out there. If Man United do not reach the final of this Europa League, right, honest to God, I'm going to come up with something very, very important, and I'm going to give it to the string. Man United would do it. They would do it. Ruben Amorim would do it. I'm confident Ruben Amorim would do it. I know it's easy to say, but I believe, and I'm always going to believe, guys. I'm always going to believe. I know football is a funny thing. It is funny, but you know what? I'm always going to believe in Ruben Amorim. I believe in Ruben Amorim is getting things. He's slowly getting things right. The only concern I have about Ruben Amorim is please don't play players based on their nationality. Portugal, Bruno, Dalot not playing well, for example. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true, GK. But Athletic Bilbao won't be able to afford Rashford's wages. They, if you understand football, GK, right? Athletic Bilbao do not sign players that are not Basque. They don't. It's through history. They do not sign players that are not Basque. Just to let you guys know a little bit of education in regards to football. Athletic Bilbao and Athletic, they keep the name Athletic because obviously the English background. Athletic Bilbao do not sign non-Basque players. This is why they're such a unique club. And this is why, they are an example to many teams in the world. They just sign Basque players. I was thinking, let me have a look at this. Rasta, good morning, my friend. How are you? Yo, Sal, let's see if they do business next month. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm not getting overly excited about it because I at the moment, what I'm hearing is that nothing major is going to happen. That could change, of course. It is Christmas, so obviously it's going to be quiet at the moment, and hopefully that things do happen going forward, guys. Hopefully they do. So I'm going to read out some quotes for you guys in regards to Manchester United. Firstly, in regards to Marcus Rashford coming from the Times, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and other senior figures at Manchester United will leave the decision over Marcus Rashford's future with the club completely in the hands of Ruben Amorim. This is so important, guys. Incredibly important that Inos have given Ruben Amorim the tools to get rid of the players that he needs to get rid of. It is entirely in Ruben Amorim's hands. Cry me a river. Whoever there is in this team, who's down tooling, whoever doesn't agree with the tactics, etc., you got a tough task staying at this football club. Ruben Amorim is under no pressure from Manchester United hierarchy to remove Marcus Rashford from the squad. Omar Barada nor Jason Wilcox have interfered with Amorim's team selections. Lovely, jubbly. Absolutely love that. At the end of the day, that's good to hear, isn't it? That's really nice to hear. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that, you know, they're not interfering in everyday goings on at Manchester United. Of course, in regards to Ruben Amorim, Samuel Lackhurst said, Marcus Rashford is unhappy that United sounded out potential buyers for the forward without informing him. Who cares, Marcus? We don't care what you think at the end of the day. Sources close to Rashford have accused United informing the clubs of 27-year-old's availability, and he was unaware of the developments. Marcus, let me tell you something very, very clearly, and I want you to listen to this. We don't give two Fs about you, mate. If you don't want to play for this football club, leave this football club. Stop signing bloody contracts. At the end of the day, if you don't want to play for this football club, you know where the door is. We have no right to you. This club owes you nothing. You owe us everything. This club knows you nothing because you're a millionaire, because you got the lavish lifestyle you have. It's because of people like me, people in this community, people at Old Trafford who go there week in, week out or buy the merchandise. They're the people, they're the reason, they're the sole reason why you have a life like you have, mate. So what you do, you get your little head down, right? And you work to the bone and you work hard. That's what you do at this football club. You're standing on the shoulders of legends, mate. Eric Cantona, Andy Cole, Dwight York, Mark Hughes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney. Who are you, mate? Stop moaning and get on with it. Manchester United have spent 850 million on interest payments since Glazers took over in 2005 takeover. Money that could have funded a new stadium. This is over 3 times greater than any other Premier League club in the same period. Exactly, guys. Except, example, Arsenal. Now, look at this. This is from James Duggar in the Telegraph, of course. Let me just tell you this, guys. People underestimate the how much the Glazers have hampered Manchester United over the last 20 odd years, guys. And we're coming up to the 20th anniversary of the Glazers, guys. Right now, look, they have taken 800 million at this football club, 815 million at this football club, which would have funded a stadium, guys. This is what we're dealing with. Whilst we have this dark cloud hovering over Old Trafford called the Glazers, Man United will not fully get to the expectations that we should be as a football club, as one of the best football clubs, biggest football clubs in the world. The Glazers are a dark cloud. They're like a big fridge on the back of the football club. You know what I mean? And Man United need to get rid of these Glazers. absolutely. Manchester United's full accounts for the season revealed the clubs have reported losses totaling 358 million before tax for the last 5 years, largely as a consequence of heavy investment in the first team squad, with more than 900 million spent on new signings during that time. Bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, of course. Manchester United complied with the PSR rule by the skin of their teeth, so basically just squeezed through it. Over the past three-year monitoring period, United posted on adjusted losses. Once allowable deductions were factored in of 103 million for 2022-24, only 2 million within the permitted range of 105. So Man United basically squeezed through the teeth of obviously the PSR by 2 million. So you know what? Man United could have been punished heavily if we didn't do that, which includes like a points deduction, for example. Manchester United existing transfer depth, the money still owed to the other clubs for deals. Obviously, we still owe money for transfer deals. People are forgetting this as well. The money still owed by other clubs for deals stands currently at 331 million. 331 million Man United owe in previous transfers. Guys, this is why we wanted a full sale Glazers out, debt cleared. Exactly the reason this, right? 331 million we owe other clubs in transfers. It's the highest ever level and has almost doubled in 2 years, guys. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Since Sir Alex Ferguson retired in 2013, Manchester United have bought 1.98 billion worth of players. Now, let me beg the question to you guys. How many 100 million players do we have in that squad? 0. And we spent 1.98 billion in players in the last, how long is it? 12 years? Right? That ain't all Eric Ten Hag, is it? At the end of the day, you know what? We look at this and we have to look at it and we have to hold our head in shame, because what the Glazers have done to this football club, where we've been, is absolutely disgusting. And I really do hope that one day they leave this football club and let us build again, because they are a hamperer to this football club. And to be honest with you, I can't wait till they're gone. And if they ever go, it looks a little bit bleak that they will ever go from this football club. But one thing I will say, players like Marcus Rashford, you're moaning, Marcus Rashford. We don't care about your moaning anymore. We're fed up with your moaning. We're fed up with your parties. We're fed up with your mental health that you have. Bull crap. That's all it is. At the end of the day, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people supporting this guy. I'm tired of people not looking at who you are playing for. You're playing for the biggest club in the world. And guys, I wish him a very Merry Christmas. I hope he has a great time, and I hope he recovers, and I hope he enjoys his life, because at the moment, at the end of the day, he has a very good life. Just bloody get on with the job that you're supposed to get on, which is performing for Man United. Don't think we haven't seen you not challenging for headers, not challenging for balls, not got passing back too often, not challenging your man on the wing. You've regressed as a player, Marcus. And Marcus, I'm like this because I believed in you, mate. I believed in you. And a lot of people in this stream believed in you. A lot of people around the world believed in you. And we're like this because we believe in you. And that is the reason that, we're so frustrated and a bit annoyed by what's going on at the moment. Man United lost 3-0 to Bournemouth at the end of the day. And that weren't Marcus Rashford's fault because he didn't play. And I'll tell you why. Because Man United stem deeper than Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford is one issue. He's one brick in the wall. He's one brick in the wall. And we've taken one out at the moment, and the wall hasn't fallen down yet. And behind that wall is the success of Man United. So we've taken out one brick, right? It's a significant brick in the middle, but that wall still hasn't fallen. Man United need to take out 6 or 7 more bricks for that wall to totally collapse, and we see the promised land. We see where we need to go. That is what Man United need to do. 6, 7, 8, 9 players out the door. Goodbye, sayonara, arrivederci. And then that is how the only way we can move forward. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Absolutely. Pink Floyd. Absolutely, guys. Let me get through some of your comments. All right, let's have a look at this. Oh, thank you so much. I didn't know that, Sanjay. Thank you so much, my friend. Send it again, please, Sanjay. I thought it was. I thought it weren't you. I thought you got hacked or something, Sanj. Big up. Big up. Big up, Sanjay. Sal, why not have one of my best breakfasts today that I scrambled egg with diced mushrooms, onions, spinach, cherry tomatoes, and red diced capsicum with buttered bread. Oh, lovely. Lovely, Jim. Jim, I don't usually eat breakfast, but today I had a lovely egg Benedict. I'm in a hotel in Abu Dhabi at the moment. I'm in my hotel. I've been traveling all around. I've been in Al Ain and I've been around, guys. So I've been doing quite a lot of work, putting in the work over these last few days, hence the reason I haven't been on Chatterbox. There won't be no Chatterbox until Thursday, by the way, guys. Chatterbox is on Thursday. No streams tomorrow. It's Christmas Day. So, there'll be no streams tomorrow. But Chatterbox will return with the match preview on Thursday, guys. Then I'm doing the live watch along of Wolves against Man United, of course, guys. Tis the season to be jolly, of course, guys. Love it, Jim. Absolutely. I had an egg Benedict. I had a nice latte, an orange juice, and a croissant. Sorry. Naughty. Absolutely. Bath time. It's good to see Bath time back, by the way. I haven't seen you for a long time, brother. I hope you're doing well. Every report I've seen is that we are online with the FFP and we are around 40 million in cash for the entire business. I get Rashford 40 million means we can spend 200 million, but this is the best use. Bath time. Man United are going to get rid of a lot more players. Trust me, Anthony won't be at this football club next season. There won't be. Lindelof, Maguire, Ericsson will be off the books. Their wages will go towards FFP. Man United will have a lot of money to spend. Let me tell you something, guys. And I said this about Eric Ten Hag before everyone shut me down, right? Man, Inos have money. They have money to spend. Their own money. So, it is their own money, so they can spend it. And they have it hidden. Not hidden, but they have a secret stash of money that they are ready to splash on Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim is their baby, so to speak. And to be honest with you, he's their guy, and they're going to back him to the bone. Trust me. And you heard it here first, guys. Man United will back him to the bone. There will be a number of players coming out and going out. I know there's a number of reports that say Man United this, Man United. Look, a number of reports just want to bring negative. They don't want to bring positive. They want to push Man United while they're down, stamp on us right while we're down. Don't worry, Man United will be back, guys. And I believe Man United will be back very, very soon, of course. Jim, I love to get you, Jamal. I mean, oh, mate. I mean, if we got a 500 million to spend, Jim, absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. And Musiala, I'm not sure if he signed a contract yet. His contract does run out in the summer. He is negotiating a new contract with Bayern Munich. He would be incredible. He would be the perfect signing, wouldn't he? I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't. Unfortunately, sad, of course. Yamin Amal will cost about 250 million. Jim, won't happen, of course. I'd love to see Amaranth get rid of Bruno on the bench. I mean, this is the only issue that we have going forward. Players are playing base, not performing, and they're staying in the team, of course. I watch the league. I see Bilbao sometimes. They are strong. Spurs have worst manager in the league. You stay high in line 2 and 4. Yeah, I don't rate the La Liga as a strong league, though, mate. I really don't. I think there's 2 teams and that's it. I don't think any of those teams would do anything in the Premier League, of course. Absolutely. Samuel Locos commenting something about Amaranth, which I did not agree on. Samuel Locos is Samuel Locos at the end of the day. You know what? He's controversial. He's not a Man United fan, so we should, that's just the way it is. Chow, who does he think he is? Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, Chow. This is exactly what we're talking about. You know what? He thinks he thinks he owns the football club at the end of the day. And the way he's talking is like, you should have informed me about this. Blah, blah. Come on, guys. We're Manchester United at the end of the day. And you know what? We got players like this in our football club. Come on, man. Lack of respect, isn't it? At the end of the day. And you know what? I just hope we move on, man. I really do, guys. I really do. We owe 300 to other clubs and we want to build a new state. We're looking for government funding, GK. Government funding. I mean, GK, it should have been illegal at the time. When the Glazers took charge of the football club, at the time, it should have been illegal, my friend. It should have been illegal. What they did to this football club. Man United are a cultural institution of England. They should be a listed football club. Basically, no outsiders can touch this football club. Man United over the 30 years, 26, let's say about 25 years that Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge of the football club, accumulated enough money to go out there and spend £1 billion on transfers if they wanted to. Unfortunately, what the Glazers did, they got a loan on the football club and they didn't spend a penny of their own money. They put a loan on the football club and they used the profits of the football club to go towards that loan. Since then, they have accumulated 815 million in interest costs, guys, on the football club. No capital has been paid off. So that basically means that Man United are still in the same debt as they were back then. In fact, because of the interest and the cost of living, it's gone up. This is a disgrace. It's a disgrace what these leeches have done to this football club. Leeches. Our structure, our heritage go way beyond what who the Glazers are. You know, we built this club from adversity only for these leeches to take charge of the football club. And now Sir Alex Ferguson is to blame, right? And I say this, right? Sir Alex Ferguson was the greatest manager of all time. He gave me some of the biggest joy as a football fan. Probably the reason I became a football fan. You know, and he gave me some of the most memorable moments as a football fan, in my opinion. But he made mistakes. And some of his mistakes were astronomical mistakes. And Glazers are one of them. Now, the biggest bone I pick, right? And I'm not going to say anything about the great man, Sir Alex, because obviously he's an old man now. And I don't want to talk about that too much. But there has been no anti-Glazer from that side. And the fact is that Man United are a working man's club built by the working man and woman. That's how Man United were built. And that's how, you know, that's where we came from. And unfortunately, we've got a couple of billionaires who were given a club from Malcolm, of course, Glazer, and don't really like football, to be honest. And they're just, we can make money out of this football club. Hell yeah, we can make money out of this football club. And that's what they've been doing. When we take the Glazers to court, we also should take Inos too, because they are one of the those separate. The thing is, yeah, Inos gave obviously the Glazers a bench to stand on. To be honest, they facilitated the Glazers' partial ownership of the football club. The Glazers couldn't stay if Jim Ratcliffe wasn't around, and Jim Ratcliffe obviously tried to buy Chelsea as well, fouled in that obviously pursuit. Chelsea are much smarter than that, but. If they were not around, Man United would be owned by Qatar right now. And a lot of these problems around the football club would cease to exist, probably. Yeah, I mean, sad, isn't it? Crazy that 2 million from 105 would be less than 2%. That's how close we were to our budget. Absolutely bath time. Brother. Man United, if it wasn't for Man United being such a sustainable football club with a fan base of billion around the world, Man United would have went out of business a long time ago. Because at the end of the day, it's the fans that are holding this football club up. It's the fans that have got this football club holding it up at the moment like this. You know what I mean? They're holding it up. Roughly 30% of that 1.0 spent by 10 over 3 seasons. He spent a lot of money. But one thing we have to say is that we spent 300 million under, I think it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, about 300 million under Jose Mourinho as well. That's 600 million as well. So then again, it's just to do with incompetent ownership of the football club. Why was he allowed to spend that money? You know, at the end of the day, this is the way why Man United have been run so badly. You know, Man United haven't had people like Berardi, Wilcox, Vivell, Rashford in the football club. So what Ten Hag was doing, as Jim Ratcliffe said, he was fixing the roof whilst signing the players, whilst doing the tactics, whilst doing this. And at the end of the day, no one manager, not even Alex Ferguson, gets it right all the time. Alex Ferguson wasted hundreds of millions on transfers, but it didn't work out. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just the way it is. At the end of the day, managers don't get it always right. But when we look at Ugarte, Mazraoui, we look at these players, De Ligt, we look at these type of players, and I even put Højlund because I think he's a great player going forward. I think, and he also brought through Mainu and Garnacho. You could argue that Mainu and Garnacho are £100 million players that he's brought through as well, and he's nurtured. We have to look at it like that in a balanced point of view, not just completely throw the rule book at him and say this. The one thing we have to say is that we've been run badly over the last 11 years. We've been run incompetently over the last 11 years. Sacking managers, spending money. Let's not forget how much we spent on sacking managers. You know what I mean? We spent a lot of money on sacking managers, and that ain't even included. You know, at the end of the day, the wages we've been spending, people don't even understand the wages we've been spending. You know, the contracts we've been giving out, the signing on fees, the 325,000 a week for players that have been underperforming. Just recently given a contract to Bruno Fernandes for what? For what achievement? For what achievement? At the end, bath time, Eric won 2 trophies at Man United. he was given the tools to spend that money. He spent the money at the end of the day. In regards to not spent by Eric bath time, right? And let me clear this up for you. Right. Man United wanted Anthony for 40 million, right? We decided to wait until the last minute of the transfer window to go after Anthony. By that time, the price of Anthony went to this, right? It went to about 90 million. That's not Ten Hag. That's incompetence from the board. So you blame the board. Don't just say spent by Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag didn't go in his pockets and all that. Look, I know people don't like Eric Ten Hag, and he fouled. I know that. But at the end of the day, we have to look at it in context. We have to look at what the facts are. Because of our incompetent ownership, incompetent negotiation skills, things along those lines, leaving transfers to the last minute, over exploiting the wage, obviously the price of the player, because we leave it to the last minute incompetently. That is the reason we spent a lot of money. And the price of living, the cost, inflation and all that, of course, since 2013, inflation goes up. Now, you could argue that the inflation has gone up somewhat, especially in football. You look at Jose Mourinho, right? You look at Jose Mourinho and you think he spent 300 million, but that would be 600 million these days because the inflation of football. You know what I mean? That could be the same one. Gunnar Solskjaer spent 290 odd million. That could be 600 million these days. Now, because of the incompetence of this ownership, the inflation, the incompetence, leaving transfer to the last minute, which overly inflates transfers, that is why Ten Hag spent 600 million. But he's not the only one. He's not the only problem. At the end of the day, we have to look things in context, not just blame one guy. And this is exactly what I've been saying. We need to get away from the blame game here. We need to look at the whole picture as a whole, right? And then say, this is why this happened. This shouldn't happen again. This is why it happened. And that's what I would say. Good morning, Ichichi. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you, of course. Absolutely. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve, of course. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Hope everyone is doing well. Rasta, he is a lazy shit. Absolutely. Pity nonsense. Absolutely, guys. Jim, Sal, Marcus Rashford is very selfish that it's us fans that for the past 11 years plus they have mental stress for the Glazers and the players that put us through. They owe us a lot. Glazers owe us. I mean, at the end of the day, the Glazers, if they really like us, if they really care about Manchester United, they'll leave the football club, in my opinion. They'll get out of this football club. I just don't think that's going to happen, in my opinion. Now, I want to bring in a couple of more transfer links. Manchester United are still linked with Leroy Sané from Bayern Munich. Rumour is Inos and Jim Ratcliffe are big fans of Leroy Sané, although his age comes into question. In my personal opinion, is that Leroy Sané, I don't think we should have him at Man United. He's 28 years old, I believe he is. 28, 29 years old. I don't think Man United should be going after a transfer such as that. No. But he has been linked to Man United, of course, guys. But guys, I just want to say, I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas Eve, whatever you're doing, guys. I will be back tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. There's no chatterbox, guys. No, actually, there's no streams tomorrow, sorry. So I'm going to say this, guys. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I'm back on Thursday for everything on Chatterbox. I'm back. I'll be doing a watch along as well, guys. So I just want to wish every single person in the stream, and I want to thank every single person in the stream who's been here supporting the channel and showing me love every single day this year. And I'll see you on Thursday. It is Christmas tomorrow, so I'll be spending it with my loved ones and taking it easy, guys. But you know what? Glory, glory, Man United. The future, the only way is up, guys. We just have to look up, don't we, at the end of the day? And one thing we have to do is not look back. Let's look forward and let's hope that things get better for our football club, starting with the game on Thursday. Guys, I'll see you Thursday, of course, for Breaking Dawn on Thursday. And guys, enjoy your Christmas. Have a fabulous time. Don't eat too much pudding. I know I will anyway, guys. But listen, you know what? We've all got the answer, haven't we? We've all got the answer. But none of us really know, really, do we? That what's going to take. It could be one spark that creates history. Take it easy, guys. I'm Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn. Take it easy. Have a fabulous, fabulous Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Take it easy.